Stay on her. I don't know why you put me down. Shit, I am the shit.
This ain't no regular thing. I came for the ring, you know what I mean. I shoot my shot and it's clean. This for my city, yeah, this for my team. If you talking and talking me nice, I play with all of my life. You see my name in the lights, better get right, I'm a champion. The game is in trouble, I've been in my depth for the piece of the puzzle, I got it for real. Still keep me going, I wake up and hustle, you won't see me buckle, I've been in the field. Man of the town, you been in your fields, I'm adjusting this crown. Call me your majesty, either that or your tragedy, we shutting everything down. I've been hot like somebody put a candle on them. Off top, I don't really stand opponents, this mine. The moment is run out and start a bunch of pandemonium. More game, I got some, the skill is bar one, y'all done, the game in the coffin. Referee screen, rest in peace, and think twice if you next to me, it's West. This ain't no regular thing, I came for the ring, you know what I mean. I shoot my shot and it's clean, this for my city, yeah, this for my team. If you talking and talk to me nice, I play with all of my life. You see my name in the lights, better get right, I'm a champion. It's our repetition, I'm stacking these trophies, I'm good with addition. I spit like a pastor, I give you the vision. Up early morning, enough of the sleeping. My life is a dream, but you wishing you lived it. Haters get livid, my pocket's Pacific, that's deep if you get it. So Tempur-Pedic, I sleep on the critics. Don't feel like competing, I'm hearing these tickets. Whoa, let me switch the flow, a new bounce. Coming to the den with a lion, I'm gon' pounce. Know I've been a king for a while, got a ring and a crown. That's the bling with the blow, what the team is about. Champions, you can tell by the ambience of this sound. Referee screen, rest in peace, and think twice if you next to me, it's no doubt. This ain't no regular thing, I came for the ring, you know what I mean. If you talking and talk to me nice, I play with all of my life. You see my name in the lights, better get right. This ain't no regular thing, I came for the ring, you know what I mean. I shoot my shot and it's clean, this for my city, yeah, this for my team. If you talking and talk to me nice, I play with all of my life. You see my name in the lights, better get right, I'm a champion.
We back, guys. We are back. We are back. Guys, I apologize that I didn't get to hang out with you guys last week. I apologize. Boy, your boy was doing God's work. I was keeping my city dry. We was flooding down here in the 502. So I couldn't be a part of it. I couldn't do my own show. I try to, I was on a couple people's show. That was still scattered because my location wasn't no Wi-Fi. The internet wasn't working well. My phone signal was in and out. But that's irrelevant. That's irrelevant. That's irrelevant. That's irrelevant. Because guess what, guys? I'm back. Like Carl, I'm back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome. I'm here. So we got to talk about these sports. We got to talk about sports because there's a whole lot going on. There's a whole lot going on. And unfortunately, a lot of stuff that's going on, it's not positive. So I don't know if y'all know or heard about the player, former LSU player, who took his life. Right? Let me do this. Let's have a moment of silence for this young brother. Let's have a moment of silence. All right, with that being said, let's talk. Now, unfortunately, this young brother, man, was going through some stuff, right? And so, the story I'm seeing, he supposedly was in a police chase. He was a 24-year-old young man. Led the police on a chase. And after that chase, man, he felt like he couldn't go on. And unfortunately, he ended himself, with a pistol, self-inflicted gunshot wound. I don't know, man. It's one of those things kind of hard to really wrap your head around, right? Because a young man who's about to get the opportunity of playing pro ball was projected as a possible first round pick. But he got into some trouble. He got into some trouble and was going to be charged with negligent homicide on a hit and run. And unfortunately, these young guys, man, don't always think. You know what I'm saying? They don't always make the right decisions. They don't always do the right things in critical moments. In this situation right here, this young man made a bad decision, by getting into an accident, hitting somebody, and then fleeing. That's not good. And I hate to see that for that young man. I hate to see him make decisions like that. But then compile another bad decision on another bad decision by running. It's one thing you have an accident, right? It happens. Now, I don't know whether you was under influence is the reason why you feel like the need to fled and didn't want to get a DUI on your record. I don't know. But to run. It's obvious the young man didn't want to face his consequences. Whatever consequences was going to come his way, he didn't want to face them. He didn't want to accept them. And he chose to do something else. But brother, eyes in the sky, big brother's always watching. That's the thing about it. You're not going to go anywhere where somebody won't either see you, catch you, get you on camera, get you witness or something. Now, I don't know if this happened around campus or in maybe downtown Louisiana, wherever county he was in or city he was in. I don't know. But it got to the point where you felt the need to take your own life, man. That's rough, man. Let me say this. Suicide is one of the most selfish things you can do. Because you're only thinking about self and what self-gratification you're going to get out of it. You're not thinking about the people that it's going to affect, your family members, your loved ones, your parents, your siblings, maybe your own kids if you have any. And there's no coming back. You can't ask the good Lord for forgiveness after you already ended. It's over. It's over. So unfortunately, everything that happened this weekend wasn't all positive. So I definitely want to make sure I talk about it because one thing I always do on a regular basis, and that is talk about black men protecting themselves at all times. And one of the things I say about protecting yourself at all times, your mental. And I always say, well, you got to get on somebody's Zoom meeting or get on somebody's couch. Do what you got to do for your mental. I can't never say that enough because that's very important. I know the challenges as a brother, man. We go through a lot on a daily basis. And sometimes those challenges can wear on you to the point where you feel like the weight of the world's on your shoulder. You feel like Atlas out there every day. But somehow, some way, you got to make sure you continue to push forward. And if that means you need to get in a circle of men, confide in a individual you can feel like you can trust, you can talk to have open and honest conversations with, man, fellas, do that. If that means you feel like you need to seek professional help, that's okay too. If you feel like you need to get spiritual help, that's okay too. Look, if you are blessed enough and you have a good woman, a good wife that you can confide in and share your deepest emotional feelings, man, that's a beautiful thing. A lot of fellas don't have that. But if you do, have that conversation. Don't feel like you have to do it by yourself. That's the worst. When a man feels like he has to do it by himself and he can't turn to the left or to the right and feel like he can have a conversation with his fellow man who will be more empathetic for him, have some sympathy and show him some type of love and compassion. That's rough, man. That's rough to go through. Because you already in that moment where you don't feel like you can trust or turn to anybody. You looking at that phone, hoping and wishing somebody just call you, say, man, how's your day? What's going on? And then you could just unload. Most men don't have it. Most men don't have that person they could be vulnerable with and let them know, man, things not going like they should. Man, it's rough. You know what I'm saying? Stuff's happening at work, stuff happening at home, stuff's happening out in these streets. Man, it's just weighing on me. And unfortunately, I don't know if this young blood, man, they feel like there was somebody he can rely on and talk to. Because he took it to this extreme. So I'm going to say it again. Black man, protect yourself at all times. But if you got to get on somebody's couch or somebody's Zoom meet, do what you got to do for your mental. Black men, take care of yourself. You only get one shot at this thing. Make sure your A1 season or make sure you get a full physical. Make sure you take care of yourself and your well-being. And the men of a certain age, make sure you'll get your colonoscopy and your prostate checks. Colon cancer is a mother, man. Heart disease is a mother, man. Two of the biggest killers amongst black men. Do what you got to do to take care of yourself. Like I said, we only get one shot at this thing. Ain't no hit no reset button. Ain't no do-over. One shot. Let's make the best of it. But with that being said, let's keep it going. But let me not further go any further without acknowledging my man, brother Bennett, man. He come through with the $1.99 super chat. He didn't have to, he chose to. So I appreciate you. Thank you, sir, for the blessings. Didn't have nothing to say. He just gave out the praying hands. He says blessings, not only to the basement members, not only to Hugh Hink, but that young man and his family. Kyron Lacey, R.I.P., brother. Blessings to him as well as his family. Let's keep it going. Guys, NBA regular season ended yesterday, right? The NBA regular season ended yesterday, man. It was a great season. J-Dub, glad to see you back, brother. You didn't miss last week. I missed last week. So don't feel bad, brother. I missed it, but I'm here now. And I'm going to show y'all why I missed it. Matter of fact, ain't no need to go to phone. Let's go ahead and check out why I missed last week, right on? Show you a sample of why I missed it. This is what I was dealing with. So, right over there. I see your bridge. That's Ohio River. That's Ohio River. You see that water right here? This is about 10 feet from me where I'm at, standing on top of this wall, right up under my eye. This is what I'm dealing with. That shit right there, trying to keep coming over this wall. If that shit comes over the wall, I don't know what conversation I'm in. But the rest of this area of town will be flooded. All that you see, that's the part where you see the tree. Right? There's a sidewalk. If I walk down this, only down this trail, I can walk all the way down. There's a tree. Can't flood it. Don't tell them what's in that damn wall. Something I don't want to find out. And the bad thing about it, it's cold. Pull that current. Yeah, pull you under. So you gotta be careful. That's what we're dealing with in the side too. So guys, as y'all see right there, this is why I wasn't here. I was out there doing God's work, trying to keep my city dry. So I didn't get to do last week, and unfortunately for me, I missed a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff happened. We celebrated 2 titles. We celebrated the women on Sunday. Shout out to UConn women for winning the national championship. 12th time for my man Gino, one of the greatest coaches in women. Well, to me, he is the greatest coach in women's basketball, but one of the greatest coaches in college basketball, period. Shout out to Gino for winning his 12th title at UConn. We also crowned the men title winners, which is the Florida Gators. Shout out to them for their winning their 3rd title. So shout out to the Florida Gators for winning. I know my man J Dub don't like that. But speaking of J Dub, let's acknowledge my man. $2.14 super chat. He said, all eyes on G State. If no playoff, Draymond. Well, J Dub, Golden State didn't look too well yesterday. They went in overtime. Draymond missed a layup. Can't be out there missing layups, Draymond. Oh, man. So I was watching the Clippers in the Golden State game yesterday. That would determine the seed. So for those who don't know, let me pull up the playoff. Let me stop sharing one and share the other thing I want to share with you guys. Let me show y'all so y'all can see what the playoff image looks like. And we'll go here. Here we are. So we can share it. Oh, unfortunately, it's so small. Dang, ain't that a... Well, guys, you got to trust what I'm saying. Just trust what I'm saying. So this is what it is. The number 1 seeds in the West is Oklahoma City Thunder. Cleveland, the Cleveland Cavaliers, is number 1 in the East. So they're waiting for the play-in games, which starts tomorrow. So you have the Sacramento Kings playing against the Dallas Mavericks. And you have the Golden State Warriors playing against the Memphis Grizzlies. That's in the West. In the East, we have the Chicago Bulls playing against the Miami Heat. And you have the Orlando Magics playing against the Atlanta Hawks. Now, these are your playing games. They play tomorrow, right? They play tomorrow. The game times starting tomorrow for the West. It's Tuesday, April 15th, 10 p.m. on TNT. So the West gets TNT has all the West games. On Wednesday, we have the Kings and the Mavericks on Wednesday. Let me take that back. They don't have all the West games. I'm sorry. I apologize. That's my mistake. So Memphis Grizzlies play the Golden State Warriors on Tuesday on TNT at 10 o'clock. April the 16th on Wednesday, 10 o'clock. Dallas Mavericks plays the Kings on ESPN. In the East, they have the early game is Atlanta and Orlando Magics, which played on TNT at 7:30. And the Miami Heat and the Chicago Bulls play at 7:30 on ESPN on Wednesday. So you're going to have a doubleheader between those two guys. And of course, the winner of the eighth gets the eighth seed between the 7 and 8. They plan the winner between Golden State and the Grizzlies will get the automatic 7. And then the loser gets to play the winner of the 10-9 for the 8th seed. So that's how that works. Goes both ways as far as the East as well as the West. So there you have it, guys. That's what we got. That's what we got coming up. J-Dub said, "Oh man, Draymond." That old Mr. Damn layup. That's what he did, man. J-Dub, I don't know why your man missed that damn layup. He looks bad out there. He look old. He got more gray hairs than me. He looked like he need to get some just for me. And he's still young enough. He need to get some just for me. And I'm too old for that stuff. I ain't dyeing my beard. I ain't got time for that crap. I accept it what it is, what it is. Let me also say this. The month of April is Autism Awareness Month. It goes from Tuesday, April 1st to April the 30th. Shout out to Sister Ty. She does a lot of education and shows about autism and autism awareness and Autism Awareness Month. Shout out to her. I didn't realize how, let me say this. I never realized how much of a challenge it was to deal with a child with autism until I was a substitute teacher and dealing with a kid with autism. And it was challenging. It was challenging. You have to have a lot of patience. And it depends on what side of the spectrum they're on, how challenging it can be. So to the parents who has kids with autism, man, there's a special place in heaven for you guys. There's a special place in heaven for you guys. Because you guys are, y'all special. Because I know with the challenges that I had, and I only had the kid for about an hour a day, how much of a challenge it was for me and the other educators in the school. We had 2 of them, and them kids gave us hell at times. 2 boys. They gave us hell at times. But there was times, man, they was really good. They was really patient. They was really attentive. But then when they go through some stuff, it's a challenge. It really is a challenge. So again, I'm gonna say it again. There's a special place in heaven for those parents who has been blessed with the task of having kids with autism. So shout out to Sister Ty and the great work she does over on Red Lipstick Vibe channel. Shout out to her for what she does. Shout out to every parent who has a kid with autism. I just want to say, just bless you guys. Just bless you. But let's keep talking about this NBA thing. I look at the bracket. I don't know. You always got to go with the defending champs, right? Until they're not the defending champs anymore. So right now, the defending champs is 2 seed. Cleveland is the number 1 seed in the East. So we're going to start on there. Cleveland's number 1 seed. And with that 1 seed, you know, it's they have their own challenges, right? They have their own challenges. Now they do got the best record in the league. Wasn't by much. They beat Cincinnati. Boston out by 3 games. Cleveland ended up 64-18, and Boston ended up 61-21. But with that being said, you still have to give it to the defending champs. The defending champs for a reason. Last year, Cleveland won the first round game, but they lost the second round game. And Cleveland hasn't been good in the playoffs, especially since LeBron's left. They haven't. They haven't been successful in the playoffs. They haven't been to the Eastern Conference Championship game since LeBron left. Now, is this year their year to do it? I don't know. It could be. We'll see. This guy right here is a goddamn certified hater. And I'm sick of his ass. Go to hell. Big and 11 with the $10 super chat. He said, if you were my substitute teacher, we would be fighting every goddamn day. Not twice a week, not 3 times, but all 5. Matter of fact, Big and 11 said, on the Christmas holiday, I'm coming to your house, teacher, and ready to whoop your goddamn ass. Shout out to Big Ed 11 for the $10 super chat. He didn't have to, he chose to. But I appreciate that. Thank you, sir, for the blessings. And not only that, thank you for your service. My man Big Ed 11 said, Lakers in 5 or 6. Let me say this, Big Ed 11. Lakers better hope they get out in the first round. They play Minnesota. I don't know. I don't. Look, it's not going to be a walk in the park for the Lakers. I don't know. It's not going to be a walk in the park. Let me say, it's not going to be a party for the Lakers. They fell down to the 3 seed. Right? They fell down to that 3 seed. So it's not going to be a walk in the park for them. They definitely gonna have their hands full with the Minnesota Timberwolves. I mean, look, Anthony Edwards is tough. Julius Randle's gonna be good. Now, as far as the third person, they don't have him. They don't have him. You know, look, Gobert's gonna get cooked by Luka. They're gonna put his ass in the pick and roll. I don't know if y'all remember last year, Dallas killed Rudy Gobert, made him look bad. Luka had Rudy Gobert in a blender. He's supposed to be Defensive Player of the Year, but he had him looking bad out there on that court, just killing him. More than likely, he's gonna do it again to him. I know if I was JJ Redick, I'd watch that film on how Luka did it. We're gonna run it back. But what can you do with Anthony Edwards? That man dropped 43 last night. He said, hey, look here, we're not playing no playing games. You can let the Warriors, you can let the Grizzlies, you can let the Mavericks and the Kings play game. I'm solidifying my spot in this playoff automatic. Let me drop this 43 on these cats. Let me go at these dudes. They not ready for this. And he said, yeah, I'm a deadbeat daddy, but it doesn't matter now. Yeah, I don't want to be in that little girl's life. No way. I'm going to pay my child support up, and I'm going out there killing these fools on the basketball court. Y'all can kiss my grits if you don't like it. He was at the game, man. You heard him talk about child support. I'm like, God, boy, these fans are vicious. Fans out there yelling at that man child support. Well, guys, he paid his child support now. You could probably say he's a deadbeat because he's not going to be there for him emotionally and physically, but financially, he did what he had to do. Do the pay. Let me tell you this, man. I don't really want to get too deep into this, but my man Anthony Edwards, my man, Lil Ant, you can't call him Big Ant. We already got a Big Ant 11. We're going to call him Lil Ant. Lil Ant went out there and paid his child support up for 18 years. He said 18 years. He said, that's when you ain't coming at me. I'm paid up. I paid off. That's nasty work, boy. That's a Lil Ant 11. Lil Ant, that's some nasty work, brother. I'm just saying, man. Dang. J-Do, don't laugh at me. It ain't funny. This shit's crazy. But, man, let me say this. Anthony Edwards going to put on the show. You know, he going to come to play. You're not going to want a little bit of stopping, you know. So he going to do his thing. You just got to worry about everybody else. I guess you got to, what they like they used to do Jordan. You got to put the Jordan rules on. Let Jordan go. Jordan going to do his thing. You just stop everybody else. So I guess that's what they're going to have to do with him. And Edwards going to get his thing, do his thing. Just make sure Goldberg don't get started, Nazi don't get started, or Julius Randle don't get started. Just make sure them other guys don't start to build some type of level of confidence and think they could just shoot anything. That's all you got to do. And then everything else will take care of itself. But we'll see. I do like that matchup. It's definitely I think it's going to be a very interesting matchup to watch. Between that matchup, I like that matchup, and I like that 4 and 5 game, the Nuggets and the Clippers. Clippers dangerous, man. Let me go and say that now. Clippers going to be dangerous. The way that the Bird played defense yesterday, man, scored 12 points in the overtime, all 12 of the Clippers points in overtime. I don't know, man. We got playoff Harden? Is that what we got? We got playoff Harden? I don't know. We'll see. Can Kawhi Leonard be the second player to guide his team to 3 different championship by 3 different teams? The other one is LeBron that did it. Can Kawhi Leonard do the same thing? But guess what? If Kawhi did it, it'd be the second team that he took to won a championship with that's never won a title before. He did it with the Toronto Raptors. Can he do it with the Clippers? I don't know. We'll see. So that's another matchup I'm definitely gonna make sure I pay attention to. The 4 and 5 with the Nuggets and Clippers, and the 3 and 6 with the Lakers and the Timberwolves. I think it's gonna be a really good, interesting matchup. I'm gonna go and say this right now. My upset of the playoffs is gonna be the Pistons over the New York Knicks. What say you guys? What say you guys? Is there an upset that y'all out there possibly picking like me? Or am I gonna be the only one to go out on the limb? Only thing I see is Big Ant 11 talk about Lakers in 5 or 6. Damn. We'll see. We'll see. Like I said, I think it's gonna be an interesting series to watch between those two. Definitely gonna be an interesting series. I can't. Let me say this. I think, as far as that series between those two, I can see it going to 7. I can see it going to 7. For sure. Now, again, the team I want to see be successful. I would like to see Oklahoma City Thunder back in the finals. Now, the last time they won the finals was when Durant, Harden, as well as Westbrook took them back in the days. Now, whether they can get there or not, I don't know. You know, a lot of people say that they're young. You know what I'm saying? Put a lot of emphasis on the youth of the Oklahoma City Thunders. Look, yeah, they may be young as far as playoff experience and all that. But guess what? You know how you get experience? By getting there. You got to get there in order to get that experience. You can't keep having that for reasons or excuses every season. You can't do that. You got to just get there. And this year, I think is the year to do it. Now, can they win it all? I don't know. Because, like I said, to me, the team to beat has to be the defending champs. Right? To me, the team to beat has to be the defending champs. You can't just gloss over and say, "Oh, you know, Cleveland gonna win it all. Oklahoma's here." You got to give the defending champs the props to do. With that being said, Miss Travel One comes through. She says, "At Mrs. Hink and Mr. Hink, greetings to Mr. and Mrs. Hink. Flying by quickly to say, have a good evening together. Countdown to the French Open tennis tournament." I know that's right. Speaking of sport other than NBA basketball, I see my man Justin Thomas won his green jacket at the Masters. So congratulations to Mr. Thomas for winning at Augusta, the Masters. I'm not a golf guy. Never will be. I learned how to play golf by playing putt-putt. I even learned how to keep the score by playing putt-putt. But to go out there and say, I'm a golf guy fanatic, that's not my sport. That's not my ministry. It is not. It is what it is. I ain't gonna lie to you guys. It's not my love, my passion is football, especially NFL football. I like college, but I love the NFL. Speaking of NFL, we gotta speak on what the Birds did this weekend. Huh? Kyler Gordon. That man went out there and got his money. You know what Kyler Gordon did? He got him a 3-year extension, $40 million contract. 31.25 of it guaranteed. Shout out to the Chicago Bears. I shot a video on it. If you guys ain't had opportunity to see that video, shame on you. Y'all make sure y'all check it out. I definitely talk about it. But shout out to the Chicago Bears, man, for extending Kyler Gordon's contract. Man, it was well deserved. I love what we're doing over in the Chicago area. I love to see that. So it's definitely going to be a big plus to have my man signed for another 3 years. So he's good to year 2028. Well, you ought to be ashamed of yourself, man. Why are you such a goddamn hater? I don't know. We're going to pray for you, my brother. It's obvious you need prayer for all the hate you have in your heart for the greatest team in NFL history. I don't know why you got that much hate, but you do. And it's obvious with this comment you said. They did nothing per usual. Damn you, Quinn. My man said, Heats at Bulls, Wednesday night, 7:30 p.m. Eastern on, I think it was ESPN, I think it's what it was. I think that's what it was. Yeah, it's on ESPN. He said, this ain't the 80s, huh? Damn. Well, they sure know how to be a dream killer. Quinn's out here snatching dreams about the sky. He ain't no damn good. We ain't worried about him. Shame on him for making that statement. Talk about this ain't the 80s. You ain't never lying, boy, because my team in the 80s, boy, we was something to reckon with. But that's okay. We coming back around, Quinn. We coming back around. We coming. It's only a matter of time, brother. We putting our ducks in a row. Got a draft on the 24th. Yeah, you gonna have to put some respect on our name, Quinn. I'm sick of this. You and your weak ass Minnesota Vikings. Don't worry about y'all. That's who we're not worried about. I promise you that. But with that being said, let me make sure I acknowledge Funko Pop of the Week as well as Album of the Week. Let's go. Shout out to Big Daddy Kane. Long live the Kane is that album. And we also have Jayson Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Donovan McNabb. Oh, shit. I'm sorry. Donovan Mitchell. I'm sorry. God damn. Donovan McNabb. See, I told you I'm thinking about football. Donovan Mitchell, as well as Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. We have the defending champs with the Boston Celtics. We have the East winner in the Cleveland Browns. And we have Shai Gilgeous-Alexander to represent the West and the Oklahoma City Thunder. Those are my Funko Pops of the week, as well as my album of the week, Big Daddy Kane, Long Live the Kane. Big Daddy Kane's debut album, classic album. Man, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. But with that being said, make sure y'all do a brother a solid, man. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you do your brother a solid. And I need for y'all to hit that like button. Can you do it, man?
Push the goddamn button.
Hit that like button, man. Why you here? Why you hanging out with me? Why you spending this quality time with your boy, Ink? Make sure you hit that damn.
Push the goddamn button.
Yes. Do that for a brother. Hit the like button, man. Please make sure you share. And if you ain't subscribed as of yet, I don't know what you waiting on. A court order? Please don't make me send the sheriff to your goddamn door. That shit would be right. But I will. Because I need for y'all to subscribe. Make sure y'all share it. And make sure y'all hit that like button. I appreciate that, guys. But let me say this. Saturday and Sunday, I was watching a little bit of UFL football, right? You know, I had to get my football fix. And so what better way than to watch the UFL football league? Now, of course, it's not the NFL. It's nowhere near it. But the concept is still the same. There was some football being played, touchdowns being scored, tackles are being made. It was good. I can't complain too much. You know what I'm saying? So I just watched it a little bit of it on Saturday as well as Sunday to get my fix of football. Man, I just can't wait. You know, let's be honest. There's no off-season football. There's no off-season in football. We all know that. We say, oh, this off-season. No, it really ain't. Because right now, you know what they still talking about? Where's Aaron Rodgers going to go? Is Aaron Rodgers going to stand with the Pittsburgh Steelers? Is he going to try to get in there with Minnesota Vikings? Or is he going to go to Cleveland Browns? I don't know. Look here. If I was the Pittsburgh Steelers, and if I was in a situation with they're in, because they didn't have no quarterback, unless they're going to try to go with Randolph or Rudolph or whatever his damn name is, they're going to go with him. That's not a good decision. They see how that worked out for them. Wasn't good. They need to be having a conversation with Kirk Cousins. That's who they need to be doing. They need to be hitting the Atlanta Falcons up. Say, hey, what are you assholes going to do with Kirk Cousins? Do you have any plans for this man? Are you just going to let this man sit behind and try to be a second-string quarterback, a highest-paid backup quarterback in the history of the NFL? Is that what we're doing? Why are you trying to start Penix? That doesn't make sense. So I want to offer you a trade. Now, I would, if that was me, I would offer him a third-round pick for him. But if you want to be, if you in a given spirit, or if you want to be generous, I go as high as a second-round pick. Wouldn't go no higher. He's not worth a first round. Ain't no damn way he's worth a first round. But I would definitely offer him a third round. And if I'm being generous, I offer him a second round. But Pittsburgh, you got to do something. I wouldn't rely on Aaron Rodgers to be my quarterback. That some bitch something to quit in the middle of the season. Talking about I'm retired. That's the way Aaron Rodgers is. He's so double-minded, as we like to say. He's going to go whichever the way the wind blows. He's man is planning to draw it out all the way, make himself the center of attention. And guys, Aaron Rodgers ain't the same Aaron Rodgers of Green Bay. He's not even the same Aaron Rodgers of the New York Jets. He's a beat-up old Aaron Rodgers who's going to be coming off an injury, and I know he's not worth the wait. And Pittsburgh's looking like a desperate schoolgirl praying somebody asks him to prom. That's what they're looking like right now. It's not a good look for them. I'm glad it's not my team. Because if my team, I was a fan, I will be pissed. J-Dub, that's what he want to do. He's begging the Minnesota Vikings to give him a try. Minnesota said, "Now I'd rather go with J.J. McCarthy with a bad leg, coming off an injury, than to go with your old ass." That's the stance that J-Dub. That's the stance that Minnesota taking. They said, "Man, I'd rather go with a one-legged quarterback like J.J. McCarthy and take a chance and roll the dice on him than go with this wishy-washy ass Aaron Rodgers. Can't do it." What's my man Mike Secretary said? "We won't win us. Can't play with them. Can't coach. Won't do it." Minnesota say, "I'll pass." Next. They don't want him. They not even budging. They said, "Man, unless we got a traumatic thing happen during the season, what we need him for? He a mental case. What I need him? I don't want him." Look, let me also give this bit of advice for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Guys, if Shadour's starting to start to fall, you might want to be looking at possibly making a trade. Maybe y'all need to hit the Chicago Bears up for that 10th spot. If Shadour falls to number 10, y'all better be calling the Chicago Bears. Hey, Ryan Poles, you know we make deals in the past, and I know we kind of got the upper hand against you. Like sending you Claypool and you getting those Justin Fields for the cheap. But I got one more deal for you. So now they're going to see if they go to the well for a third time and rip us off. But with that being said, they may not be ripping us off. Especially if we can't get the opportunity to get Will Campbell. That's a player who I like to get in draft. Or your boy Graham from Michigan. Abdul Carr, we can't gonna have an opportunity unless we trade up to get him. So I wouldn't mind trading down. And at 10 spot, I wouldn't mind trading down. I wouldn't. So if Pittsburgh come call and say, "Yeah, we can swap picks," but guess what? We also gonna swap. I need for you to send me that second round pick you get. So I'm gonna get a 2-for-1. I want your first and second. We're gonna swap first, and you give me your second pick. And I'll be willing to move down 11 spots because they have picked number 21 to move up to number 10 to get an opportunity to get Shedeur Sanders. I'll be willing to do that, but you got to give up that second round pick too. What you say about that now? That would be the conversation if I was a GM of the Chicago Bears that I would have with the Pittsburgh Steelers. And see if they jump. Look, when you got a team that's desperate and need of a quarterback, some of them get real desperate. They make some desperate moves and some desperate decisions. Is Pittsburgh is Pittsburgh ripe for the taking? I don't know. We have to see. But I promise you, I'm gonna approach it. I'm gonna ask the question. What's the worst they can tell me? No. I heard no before. Let me say this. As a married man, I heard the word no before. When I try to get some action, I've heard the word no before. When I was in the dating world, I heard the word no before. When I was out there, I had a girlfriend in high school. And in middle school, I heard the word no before. When I asked a little girl in elementary, would you be my girlfriend? She said no. So I heard it before. I can accept it. I'm okay with it. I've been told no before. It ain't gonna hurt my feelings. So that's the word you can tell me is no. I'll deal with that. But I'm a definitely put the question out there. Pittsburgh, you got to do something. Your back's against the wall. You have no real number one quarterback. They have no guys you can rely on. Yet you went out there and got DK Metcalf. You still got Pickens. You got two great targets, but no one to throw them to. That's not a good look. It's not a good look. So you got to do something. Are you willing to make a trade? Are you willing to give up some draft capital in order to get what you need? Would you roll the dice and take a chance on a secondary quarterback again in Kirk Cousins? Or maybe you do both. Maybe you trade for Kirk Cousins and then trade up in order to get Shedeur Sanders and have him, sitting on the bench, learning a little bit. And then when it's his time, he come up ready to play. Or maybe sometime during the season, do Kirk Cousins again like the Atlanta Falcons did to him. Play him. If he get hurt, then so well. Let Shedeur come in, and then he doesn't give the rein up and let him finish out the season. You do what you got to do. You don't owe it to those players. You owe it to your franchise. You owe it to your fan base. And you just let them know. You let Kirk Cousins know that, hey guys, Kirk, appreciate you. All you done for the league. We want to sign you here. We want to trade for you, bang you here and compete. But in the draft, we are going to be looking to draft a young quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Quarterback in the making. I want you to help coach him up a little bit. That'd be the speech I'll be giving to Kirk Cousins. See what his mind frame is. See what he's thinking about. But Pittsburgh has to do something. You can't sit on your hands again. Truth be told, you was at fault when you didn't draft a quarterback while you still had Roethlisberger. When you seen him on the decline, you should have went and got a viable quarterback then. Instead, you got a bunch of pass off. You try to go with Pickens, the old Pitt quarterback, and you knew that was a bad decision. You probably should have just let him pass you by, but yet you took your first round pick and drafted him, and it didn't work out well for you. Matter of fact, even to the point you traded him to Philadelphia, where he had to win the Super Bowl as a backup quarterback. It's nasty work. And guess who's in Cleveland now? Guess who's Cleveland now? Pickens. He might be a thorn in your side for 2 games a year. How you gonna like that? How's that going? Pittsburgh fans, how's that gonna make you feel? Brother Ben, are you still here? I need to know this. How's that gonna make you feel that my man Pickens gonna be playing y'all twice a season, but be a thorn in your side? Not Deshaun Watson, because we know he done. He can't leave the massage parlors alone. He's addicted to the massages, the happy endings. How's it going to feel, Pittsburgh fan? I need to know this. If my man Pickens come back and beat y'all twice. Not only that, man, you got TJ Watts, man, he's disgruntled. He mad. He want him a contract extension. He see what Jason Garrett, your boy Myles Garrett got. He said, hold on. I'm a good defensive end. It's not better than that, brother. I want to get paid too. I got to get the bag as well. Pittsburgh, are you willing on giving that man the bag? Are you willing on paying that brother what he's rightfully deserved? I don't know. But I promise you, he ain't going to keep quiet till you get that extension. Whether it's paid for by the Pittsburgh Steelers or another franchise. But look, guys, that's enough about football. We're gonna get back to it. You know, we got a long season ahead of us. You got the draft coming up here on April the 24th. Plenty of time to talk about football. Let's get back to the NBA. Let's get back to the NBA and what's going on there. Now, if y'all not noticed, Memphis Grizzlies, they did make the playoffs. They the 8th seed. They played the 7th seed, Golden State Warriors. Now, is Ja Morant going to be able to contain himself? Is Ja Morant going to be able to do what he needs to do in order to take his team far in the playoffs? Is Ja Morant going to be able to stop doing the little gun hand gestures long enough to help his team win? I don't know. You hope and pray that not to see the young man do well, but my man Jobby made some questionable decisions during the season. A lot of questionable decision making he does. Doesn't make sense. My man J-Dub said, let's go Grizzlies. J-Dub, the Grizzlies aren't going to go as far as Ja Morant going to take them. And right now, I don't know how far that's going to be. Memphis Grizzlies fired their head coach before the end of the season. Now, was that the right move to do? I don't know. I don't know. But they did it. And we got to see what's going to come up the results with them. I like John. I want to see him. I want to see him do nothing but the best. But man, my boy be doing some questionable stuff, man. You got to get off that BS, man. You got to do better, John. Do better, man. I seen the good in you, man. We had the opportunity of meeting you at the Murray State basketball camp and all that, man. It just shows how good he is, a guy he was. He was great with the kids. He was patient with them, autographed, took pictures with the kids. So, man, you showed in your heart that you are a good person, man. You're just young-minded, making questionable decisions. That's what's killing you. And I hate to see that for you. Because I want to see you be successful, young brother. But you got a lot of growing up to do. Speaking of growing up, let's get to this one thing. The Phoenix Suns. So for those who didn't know, Phoenix Suns have fired another coach. Phoenix Suns don't play with you. They say, I ain't got time to play. Phoenix Suns said, I ain't got time to play with you heifers. I ain't got time to play with you ninjas. I ain't got time to play with you clowns. We will get you up through here. I don't care if it's your first year. I don't care if you barely make 82 games. You'll get fired. And guess what? That's what he did. Phoenix Suns fired Mike Budenholzer. He was the third coach in 3 straight seasons who get fired. Monty Williams, Frank Vogel, and now Mike Budenholzer. Frank Vogel, NBA title winner, went to Lakers, fired after 1 year. Mike Vogel, fired, and he won a title at Milwaukee. Doesn't matter. 2 championship coaches, and they ran them boys out of town. I don't care who you think you are. It's what you done for me lately, and you didn't do nothing these 82 games. So you got to go. That's nasty work. Guys, they got 3 coaches that they're going to still be paying a salary to this time next year. Let me take that back. They're going to have 4 coaches because the current coach got to get paid too. They're going to have 4 coaches on the payroll, man. You got to be the worst. You got to be the worst ran organization ever. You got 4 guys on your payroll that's not coaching no longer. that's not on your staff, but you're going to continue to pay them millions. 3 guys, let's say 4, because somebody got to come up and get paid. 4 guys on the pay. 3 of them dudes ain't doing nothing for you. Can y'all imagine that? 4 guys on payroll. 3 of them ain't doing nothing for you. That's crazy work. But that's the Phoenix Suns. Find another coach. You got to get up through her. Mike, I don't care about your credentials. Frank Vogel, I don't care about your credentials. Monty Williams, I don't care if you was coach of the year. You got to go. Let me say this. Maybe it's not the coach. Maybe some of the players you sign. Maybe it's ownership. And the bad decision them signing these players. And now guess what? Kevin Durant looked to get out. You might have to blow up this whole thing, dog. Phoenix, y'all might have to blow this whole thing up. You might have to trade Devin Booker. You might have to let Kevin Durant walk. That might have to be the thing to do. I think it's over for the Phoenix Suns and what they currently have. I think it's over. They didn't make the playoffs this year. They're out there looking bad with a high price roster. And so for the third time this season, for third season in a row, they fired a coach. That's crazy work, guys. That's crazy work. But that's the life of the NBA, man. That's what it is. What it is. Guys coming and going. Doesn't matter. It's the cliche. What have you done for me lately? And with that being said, the Phoenix Suns feel like y'all ain't done nothing. So are they willing to run you up out of town? We ain't gonna play games with you. Ain't no beating around the bush. It is what it is. You got to get up and get through. That's the stance that the Phoenix Suns is taking. Now, is it right or wrong? Who am I to say? I tell you it is. Suns ain't playing. They say, I don't care how many coaches we pay. We want winners. Again, like I said, shout out to Mike Singleton. We want winners. Can't play with them. Can't coach them. Won't do it. He said, we got time to play games. We ain't got time for this mess. I want to see a winning product on the field on a regular basis. And if that means I got to go through coach after coach after coach after coach, then I will. My man Blaze said, what you talking about? We talk about the worst ran NBA organization ever, Blaze. The Phoenix Suns. And why they're going through their third coach in 3 years, in 3 seasons. That's what we talked about. We talked about the worst ranked organization in my eyes, in my opinion, with the Phoenix Suns, and then fired another coach. Monty Williams, Frank Vogel, and Mike Budenholzer. That's crazy. And those last 2 I named, NBA title holders, NBA champions, and they got them up through. I know you only got 82 games. That's all you need. You got to go. He said, You can take these 82 games and you got to get up through. We ain't got time to play around. We ain't got time to beat around the bush. You got to go. I don't care if you only had 82 games. You got to go. Frank Vogel, bye. Monty Williams, I know you won Coach of the Year, but that was 2 years ago, so you got to go. Elbow high, I don't care about you in the Milwaukee Bucks. What you did there, you got to go. Look here, let me say this. Mike Malone, are you going to be the next coach? You did win a title with the Denver Nuggets. Are you going to be the next coach of Phoenix so they can fire you after 82 damn games? After 8 months? Are you the next on the Price is Right? I don't know. We'll see. My man L. Knicks, what's good, brother? Hopefully all is well with you. My man Big Bama 44, he said the Celtics. Big Bama, you got to go with the Celtics. They the defending champs. You got to respect the defending champs. It's the reason why they defending champs. They hold the title till you knock them off. I think they're going to be the team in the West. I mean the East, I'm sorry. My apologize. The Celtics are going to be the team of the East. They're going to represent the Eastern Conference. They'll beat I don't know if Cleveland's going to make it to the Eastern Conference Championship. They should. I don't know if they will, but I have them losing in 7 to the Celtics. But we'll see how that goes. My team out of West is Oklahoma City Thunder. I know they're young as far as playoff years, but I think they're ready to turn the page. So that's who I'm going with. Guys, the playoff starts tomorrow with the playing games. Games start tomorrow with the playing games on the 15th. Like I said, it should be definitely interesting games. First game, Atlanta Hawks plays the Orlando Magic at 7:30 on TNT. Followed by the Memphis Grizzlies playing the Golden State Warriors at 10 p.m. Eastern on TNT. And then we have the following games on Wednesday. The Miami Heat plays the Chicago Bulls 7:30 Eastern on ESPN. And the Dallas Mavericks 10 seed play the number 9 seed Sacramento Kings at 10 p.m. Eastern on ESPN. Should be good games. I don't have a dog in neither one of them fight. I'll be watching just to say I'm watching the game, but not a fan of none of them teams. Now, my son's a fan of Golden State, so I guess I kind of be cheering for the Golden State Warriors just for my son's sake. But for me, I can care less who comes out between those 4 teams. I don't. Again, I think the Celtics are going to repeat. Back-to-back title. I think they could beat Oklahoma City in 7. So that's my prediction right now, guys, for y'all who are writing this down, who will hold me to a certain matchup. You got it right in there. Boston Celtics plays Oklahoma City Thunders, and Boston Celtics will win in 7 over the Thunders for the NBA title. Can't wait. We'll see how that goes. We'll see how that all pans out. Guys, if you can, do me a favor. Make sure you guys do me a solid and hit that. Hit that like button for your boy. I appreciate that, man. Make sure you hit that like button for your boy. I greatly appreciate it. Make sure you share. Make sure you subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, shame on you. Go ahead and do that now. Do your brother solid and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Do your brother solid and subscribe. Share with somebody you know loves sports. Man, woman, a child, or anything. Your granddaddy, your grandmama, doesn't matter. Your baby mama, your baby daddy, share it with them. My man J Dub said no repeat for the Celtics. I don't know, J Dub. Big brother, I don't know. Defending champs, they the team to beat. They're going to be coming to play. They're going to be ready. But before I go, let me this being said, I appreciate being back with you guys. I missed you guys. I'm glad to be back in the building with you guys. It was a long, drawn-out week and a half, but I made it through the storm. I made it through the tornadoes. I made it through the flooding. I made it through the rain. Shout out to Shaka Khan. She had a song called Through the Wire. I made it through. I made it through. And I couldn't do it without you guys. But before I go, let me acknowledge one of my biggest haters on this side of the Mississippi, and that's Big Ant 11. He comes through and said, "You a Bird fan, and I'm not listening to you." Oh, hell no. Go to hell, Negro. I'm sick of you. Shout out to Big Ant 11 for the $10 super chat. He didn't have to. He chose to. I appreciate that blessings. Thank you, sir. Go to hell, Big Ant 11. I'm sick of your black ass. But not only that, again, thank you for your service. Big Ant 11, let me say this. You listen to me, you might win some money. I'm just saying. My man L. Nixon said, "You posted that classic, Big Daddy Kane." L. Nixon, hell yeah, it was a must. But with that being said, let me go back to it to show L. Nixon what he taught with for those who new here, who wasn't here before, who are just coming in late, what he's talking about. Shout out to L. That's why. So that song that was playing was a Raw, and that's the remix. So if I don't know if y'all know, last week I had the Color soundtrack. Big Daddy Kane had that song, the Raw, the original version on the soundtrack of Colors. That's the remix that he has on his debut album. So that's the song was being played. Long Live the Kane is another hit on there, as well as No Half Stepping is another hit on that Big Daddy Kane debut album. Classic. Boy, y'all did look. There's certain rappers back in the days, man, that just allow you to appreciate the lyrical talent that they have. One of them was Rakim, my favorite rapper of all times. Another one was Big Daddy Kane. Those two brothers, man, they was ahead of their time. Let me say that right now. Big Daddy Kane and Rakim, they was ahead of their time, man. Man, the way they could flow, the lyrics, they put their lyrics together, man. Hey, they was some nasty work when they was doing that thing, man. So shout out to them two brothers. Them brothers are still with us. Fortunately for us, they are still with us. I seen where Big Daddy Kane is coming to Nashville on June the 7th. Unfortunately, I won't get to go because I will be in Houston, Texas in June to celebrate a graduation. So I won't get to go and see Big Daddy Kane in Nashville. But let me tell you this. Next time he come close to this area, I'm gonna have to make my way to the concert and see my man Big Daddy Kane. Long live the Kane. If y'all don't know about Big Daddy Kane, make sure y'all YouTube it. That's a beautiful thing about modern technology. You can always go and download it off Spotify, of YouTube Music, or any other places you can stream. You can watch the video if you wanted to. Long live the Kane. Great work. Like I said, one of my favorite rappers of all time. My man Big L, Big L, I'm sorry. My man L Nick said, we had some of the smoothest brothers in rap back then. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Definitely was smooth. Brother could dress too. Right on. He not only could dress, brother was dancing. Had a hell of a DJ called Mr. C. Had a two dance called Snoop and Scrap. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, again, I seen I don't know if you ever seen the I think it's called Small Table. I seen I think it's what it's called, Small Table or something like that. Well, I seen my man Big Daddy Kane did a show there. Great show. Great show. I watched it a couple times on YouTube. I seen him perform, as well as my man Brad, aka Scarface. Man, I love that. I love that. Seeing them, some of them great rappers perform with a live band. It just shows you their lyrical skills, man. They don't need all that other stuff that a lot of these rappers do now. They know their lyrics flow. They know they good. And so they could do it with a live band, doesn't matter. So I got the opportunity of seeing two of them. I didn't get to see them in person. I want to see them in person. I would love to see them in person. But I got the opportunity to watch them on YouTube. Brad, aka Mr. Scarface, and Big Daddy Kane perform on that little table. That's what they call it. So shout out to them two brothers. Shout out to them two brothers. Shout out to them two brothers. But do me a favor, y'all make sure y'all
push the goddamn button.
Hit that like button. I'm gonna get out of here, guys, but I appreciate you guys being here, rocking with me on another Monday of the Sports Recap, as well as the NFL Roundtable. But until the next time, I'll catch you on the next one. Right on.